picture this: a rusted, broken down Kenworth truck sitting in a paddock somewhere in the Australian outback. Weeds growing through the engine bay, paint peeling like sunburned skin, windows smashed, tires flat and cracked. Most people would walk right past it, but not us. Because where most people see junk, we see potential. We see history. We see a machine that once ruled the roads of Australia, and we believe it deserves a second chance. Today, we are going to bring this magnificent old beast back to life, from absolute ruin to absolute glory. This is the Kenworth Restoration, Australia. Stay with us, because what you are about to watch is one of the most incredible transformations you have ever seen. This is not a quick polish and a fresh coat of paint. This is a full, ground-up, nut and bolt restoration. The real deal. So grab a seat, settle in, and let us take you on this journey from the very beginning. This old girl was found on a rural property outside of New South Wales. The owner had it sitting there for over 20 years. 20 years of sun, rain, dust and neglect. It was a Kenworth K100, one of the most iconic cab-over trucks ever to roll across the Australian continent. In its day, this truck was an absolute workhorse. It hauled freight across the North Harbour, pushed through the red dirt of the outback, and carried loads that most vehicles would never dream of touching. It connected communities. It kept the country moving. These old Kenworths were the backbone of Australian transport, and to see one sitting forgotten in a paddock, slowly being swallowed by rust and time, is genuinely heartbreaking. But that is exactly why we do what we do. We drove out to that property on a cold Tuesday morning. The grass was wet with dew. The fog was still sitting low over the paddocks. And there she was, half hidden behind an old shed, surrounded by weeds and fallen branches. We walked around her slowly, not saying a word, because sometimes a truck speaks for itself, and this one was saying, "Please give me one more chance." We hooked her up to the transporter and brought her home. Some people laughed when we loaded it onto the trailer. They said we were wasting our time and money. We smiled, nodded, and drove away, because we already knew exactly what this truck was going to look like when we were finished. Back at the workshop, we got our first real proper look at the full scale of the damage under proper lighting. And mate, let me tell you, it was bad. Really, genuinely bad. The chassis had surface rust across almost its entire length. The cab fuller was rusted through in 3 separate spots. You could put your foot through it in 2 places. Both doors had rust holes big enough to put your fist through. The roof had taken use of hail damage, and water had gotten in, rotting out the headliner and most of the internal framing. The pillars were soft, the floor rails were crumbling. The engine, a classic Cummins diesel, was completely sea-solid. You could not turn it over by hand. Fuel lines cracked and brittle, injectors clogged with old fuel residue and varnish. The turbocharger had seized completely in its housing. Underneath the truck, the brake lines had corroded through in multiple places. The fuel tank had a split seam and was actively leaking. The diffs were dry, no oil, no grease, just dry steel on steel. The gearbox, a big old Roadranger, was locked up solid. On top of all of that, the wiring was an absolute disaster. Previous owners had added bits and pieces over the years, lights here, a radio there, and what remained was a rat's nest of old cables, melted insulation, blown fuses, and improvised connections held together with electrical tape and hope. But none of these surprised us. We had seen worse. We stripped the entire truck down to its bare bones and made a full parts list. Then we got to work. The first step in any restoration of this scale is the foundation, and that means the chassis. We pulled absolutely everything off the frame, every bracket, every cross member, every piece of hardware, every bolt. Then we hit the steel with angle grinders, flap discs, and wire brushes, cutting back through decades of rust and scale until we were back to solid, clean metal. Where the rust had gone too deep and compromised the structural integrity of the steel, we cut those sections out entirely and welded in fresh, heavy gouge steel plate. Everywhere was ground smooth, inspected visually and checked with a straight edge. We were not going to let this truck back on the road with anything less than perfect structural integrity. Once the bare chassis was completely clean and prepped, we applied a 2-pack epoxy primer, the kind that actually soaks into the surface of the steel and bonds at a molecular level, creating a barrier that moisture simply cannot penetrate. Then we applied 2 full coats of heavy-duty underbody black, the same product used on new mine site vehicles that have to survive the harshest conditions in the country. This chassis was going to last another 50 years minimum. New cross members were fabricated and fitted where the originals were beyond saving. New U-bolts throughout, new spring hangers, new leaf springs on both axles. We went with a slightly uprated spec to handle the kind of loads this truck would be carrying. New poly bushes throughout the entire suspension system. By the time we had finished with the chassis, it looked better than the day it left the factory in Bayswater. It was clean, it was strong, and it was ready to carry this truck for another lifetime. Now, the heart of the machine, the Cummins diesel. This engine, when it was new, was considered one of the most bulletproof, reliable power plants ever fitted to a heavy truck. Built like a tank, designed to run 1,000,000 miles with basic maintenance. And the good news, even after 20 years of sitting seized in a rotting paddock truck, the block itself was fundamentally sound. No cracks, no structural damage. The bore had surface corrosion, but nothing that could not be fixed. We pulled the engine completely. Every single component came apart on the bench. The block went to the machine shop for a full bore and hunt, taken out to the next over size and finished to a perfect surface. New pistons to match, new rings, new main bearings, new rod bearings, new camshaft bearings. The cylinder head was cracked in one place, hairline cracked between 2 of the ports. So we sourced a reconditioned replacement head and had it pressure tested, resurfaced and fitted with new valve seats, new valves, new valve guides, and new valve stem seals before it went anywhere near the engine. The injectors were sent away to a specialist for professional reconditioning and flow testing. They came back perfectly calibrated. The turbocharger was replaced with a brand new unit. There was no point trying to save the old one. New fuel pump, new water pump, new oil pump, new thermostat, new coolant hoses, all new seals and gaskets throughout, every single one. The fuel lines were replaced with stainless braided flexible hose, far superior to the original rubber lines. New fuel filters, new oil filters, everything clean and fresh. The flywheel was resurfaced. The pledge was replaced with a new heavy-duty ceramic unit. By the time this engine went back together, it was essentially a brand new motor inside a well-seasoned, perfectly machined block. When we turned the key for the very first time after the rebuild, she fired up on the 3rd crank, cold start, no pre-priming, straight out of the box. And that sound, that deep, rolling, authoritative thunder of a big Cummins diesel coming to life after 20 years of silence, it genuinely sent chills down our spines. That is why we do this. That moment right there, that is everything. With the mechanical work progressing on schedule, we turned our full attention to the cab, and this is where the real visual transformation begins. Every single panel on this truck was either repaired or replaced. There were no shortcuts taken and no filler used to hide problems. The rust holes in the cap floor were cut out completely with a plasma cutter back to solid metal, and new steel was welded in, shaped and blended perfectly into the surrounding structure. The doors were stripped completely to bare metal. All the rust was cut out and new steel was welded and shaped, leaded where necessary for perfect surface finish, and massaged back to the exact factory profile using hammer, dolly and a lot of patience. The roof was straightened over many hours of careful work. Every dent from years of hail was worked out panel by panel with hammer and dolly and slapper. It is slow, meticulous, deeply satisfying work, but it is the only way to do it properly. The cab was then fully sandblasted inside and out. Every single surface, every corner, every recess. Not a trace of old paint, old filler, old rust, or old anything was left anywhere on that metal. Then, straight onto the bare metal went an etch primer, which chemically bonds to the steel and provides a perfect base for everything that follows. On top of that went a high-build primer surfacer, applied in multiple coats and allowed to cure fully. Then the blocking and sanding started. By hand, every panel was blocked flat with a long board, then guide coated, then blocked again. Twice through on every panel until the surfaces were absolutely laser straight, not a wave, not a ripple, not a low spot anywhere. Then came the paint. For the color we spent a long time deciding, and we landed on a deep rich British racing green, not a standard green. A custom mix, deep dark, almost jewel-like, with a warmth that shifts in different light. Paired with polished aluminium cap corners, polished stainless steel trim, and a single white pinstripe down the side of the cab. 3 coats of base coat, laid down with care and precision. 3 coats of premium 2-buck clear coat on top, each coat wet sanded before the next was applied. Then the final cut and polish, done entirely by hand with a rotary machine, until the surface was so deep and reflective you could see yourself in it from 10 meters away. The result was absolutely undeniably stunning. This old cab, which had been rotting and falling apart in the New South Wales paddock for 2 decades, now looked better than anything you would see rolling off a modern production line. Inside the cab we started from nothing. A completely bare shed. Everything that could be saved was carefully restored. Everything that could not be saved was replaced with new or better. The seats were custom built, new foam, new frames, trimmed in deep green leather with cream contrast stitching to perfectly complement the exterior color. The headliner was replaced with a new molded unit, finished in a warm grey fabric. New custom carpet throughout the floor and lower cab, new door cards, trimmed in matching green leather with machined aluminium insert panels. The dashboard was completely rebuilt from scratch. All the old cracked and broken plastic was replaced with custom fabricated panels. Every single original gauge, the speedo, the tacho, the oil pressure, the water temp, the air pressure gauges were sent away to a professional instrument restoration specialist. They came back looking factory fresh, perfectly calibrated and absolutely beautiful behind glass. The steering wheel was replaced with a period correct Kenworth item, the original chrome hub was re-chromed, and the wheel itself was re-wrapped in matching green leather with cream stitching. A brand new air conditioning system was installed, a modern high-capacity unit, plumbed neatly behind the dash and vented through new custom outlets in the roof console. Because absolutely no one in Australia wants to drive a truck without air conditioning, particularly not through the outback in January, the entire cab was rewired from scratch. A modern fully fused distribution block, hidden neatly behind a removable panel under the dash, with clean, labeled cable looms running to every single circuit in the vehicle. No loose connections, no improvised joins, no electrical tape, every circuit properly protected, properly earthed and properly tested, new switches throughout, new interior LED lighting, warm white perfectly placed, new West Coast style mirrors on both sides, the big classic chrome units that Kenworth trucks are famous for, polished to a mirror finish. The interior came together over many weeks, piece by careful piece, and when we finally sat in the completed cab for the first time, it felt like sitting inside a brand new truck, but with all the presence, the character, the soul that only a genuine classic Kenworth can give you. Back underneath the truck, the mechanical work continued in parallel. The Roadranger gearbox was completely rebuilt. It came off the truck in a locked-up oil-contaminated mess and went back on as a perfectly functioning, freshly rebuilt unit. Every gear, every synchro mesh ring, every bearing, every seal, inspected, measured, and replaced where anywhere was found. The rebuilt box shifts with a precision and smoothness that makes driving this truck an absolute pleasure. The differentials front and rear were stripped, cleaned, crack tested, and rebuilt with new bearings and seals throughout. New defoil, the correct grade, the correct quantity, new prop shafts, professionally balanced to eliminate any vibration at highway speed. The brakes received entirely new hardware throughout the complete vehicle, new brake drums on all axles, new brake shoes with premium friction material, new brake chambers, new slack adjusters, new air lines in stainless braided hose, new fittings. The entire air brake system was pressure tested and inspected before the truck turned a single wheel under its own power. A new set of polished alloy Alcoa wheels, 22.5-inch on all positions, were fitted with new Michelin XY tires. These wheels look absolutely magnificent against the deep green paint. New chrome mudguards were fabricated and fitted over each axle. New polished stainless air cleaners on both sides of the cab. New fuel tanks, custom fabricated in steel, powder coated in gloss black, were fitted with new fuel gauges and new filler caps. The exhaust system was completely replaced. Twin chrome stainless steel stacks rising up from the cab sides, capped with plastic rain caps gleaming in the sun. Every single nut and bolt on this truck, and there are thousands of them, was either replaced with a brand new stainless steel item or was removed, cleaned, replated or polished and refitted correctly. Nothing was overlooked, nothing was rushed, nothing was done to a standard less than the best we could achieve. The last stage of any serious restoration is the detail work, and this is where the difference between a good restoration and a truly great one becomes clear to anyone who looks closely. Every chrome piece on this truck was either sent for professional replating or replaced with new. The Kenworth badge on the front of the cab, that iconic understated script, was polished by hand to an absolute mirror finish. The full-width chrome grille was replated in triple chrome and shines like a piece of jewelry. The bullbar, a fully custom piece we designed and fabricated right here in the shop, is polished stainless steel heavy gauge, built to handle whatever the Australian bush can throw at it. The headlights are new high-intensity LED units, built into perfectly restored original style housings. Driving lights were added, a pair of classic round spotlights mounted to the bullbar on stainless steel brackets. The cab Marco lights, those iconic amber running lights along the roofline that every classic Kenworth wears, were replaced with new LED units in polished chrome housings. The interior cabin lights were converted to soft warm LED. Final wheel alignment was completed on the front steer axle. A full shakedown drive of 60 kilometers was completed, mixed highway, back roads and rough dirt track, and the truck returned to the workshop without a single issue or adjustment needed. The engine ran strong and cool. The gearbox shifted perfectly through every ratio. The brakes were progressive, powerful and even. The ride was planted, confident and comfortable. Every gauge reading was exactly where it should be. This truck was ready. And here she is. Standing before you now in the Australian sun, this Kenworth K100 is magnificent. The deep green paint is liquid glass, the chrome and polished stainless gleam. The twin exhaust stacks stand proud above the roofline. The polished alloy wheels catch every angle of light. The Kenworth badge sits proud on the front of a grille that looks like it belongs on a piece of fine jewelry. This is not just a truck. This is a piece of Australian history. This is what dedication, patience, skill, and genuine passion for these incredible machines looks like when it is poured into a project without compromise. A truck that was rotting and forgotten, that most people would have cut up for scrap, is now one of the finest restored Kenworths in the country. It will draw crowds at every show it attends. It will turn heads on every highway it travels. And when that big Cummins fires up and rolls away down the road, every person who sees it and hears it will know they are looking at something genuinely special. We want to thank each and every one of you who followed this build from the beginning. Your comments, your encouragement, your enthusiasm, it genuinely means everything to us, and it is what keeps us doing what we do. If you enjoyed this restoration, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed so you never miss a build. We have got more incredible projects lined up, and we promise you, you do not want to miss what is coming next. Until then, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down, and never walk past a truck that deserves saving. See you on the next one.